Enjoy this epic conversation with professional chef Yin at Raw Chef Yin as we go into creating a business around the raw vegan lifestyle. Blessings everyone, and welcome to day 5 of the Ultimate Raw Vegan Bundle Lives. I'm really excited to share what we have in store for you. I'm inviting on Raw Chef Yin. We're going to go into creating a business around the raw vegan lifestyle. As you may know, we're both a part of the Ultimate Raw Vegan Bundle, available now until the 12th at 11:59 p.m. PST, and then it's gone for the whole year. Over $840 worth of amazing ebooks and courses for just $50. Both of us are a part of it, which we'll go into a little bit, but we want to go into this topic mostly. I see Raw Chef Yin just joined. I'll invite her on and we'll go into this, diving a little bit deeper and from a different perspective of the technologies and things that we've used ourselves, creating our own businesses. So I hope you guys enjoy this a lot. Welcome in.
Hey, Chris!
How you doing? Good to see you.
Good to see you. Oh, initially I wanted to like bring my bananas in and show you that I bought like 3 different kinds of bunch of bananas, but they're outside and I kind of forgot to bring them in, so it's okay.
It's all good. I mean, if you want to, you can get them and I can dance the whole time and entertain people. But otherwise, you can just describe and say what kind of bananas you got, because I love all varieties.
I had one bunch of red bananas.
Oh,
and
nice.
and then I had the ones that are the small ones. We call them pisang emas over here.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one is called pisang susu, which translates into milk bananas.
Oh,
yeah.
Is it a mild flavor? Or is it pretty sweet? Which is the sweetest of the 3? I'm guessing the red maybe, because those are like banana cream pie fillings. They're crazy.
It's interesting. I actually find, like, from this particular farmer that I buy from, the small ones are the sweetest.
Oh,
Yeah.
so maybe they're like baby bananas, because I know here we call them typically baby bananas, but they're also known as Nino in Spanish, and they're like that.
Yeah.
And it's like you take a big banana and you squish the flavor into that small banana. It's just like, whoa.
Yeah. But there's so many kinds of bananas over here in Malaysia as well. So, I don't even know all the names.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's tons, and each country has a little bit of a different name, or at least in their language, so it can get a little confusing. I've probably had, I would guess I've had near a dozen varieties myself, like traveling and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Mostly the
Yeah.
Cavendish, which you guys might notice, just like the primates, I peeled from the tip end so you can hold the stem, then it's like a real easy way, right, to peel it down and then toss it aside. But what's your favorite variety of banana?
I don't know what's it called in hold on. Do I still have one more? Hold on. Yeah, you do the banana
no
dance.
problem.
Let me try and
I'll
bring
do that banana dance.
I think I might have one more, but hold on.
No problem. No problem. Oh my. I'll admit this is my first bites of the day. It's been a bit of a busy morning, and I was intending to have a big smoothie before this live, but I didn't quite get to it because I forgot something on here. So this is just getting some banana brain power. Bananas are really great for brain power and for overall wellness and happiness. Serotonin releasing food, just a feel good food, and so good and soothing for the digestive tract. Ooh, yeah, banana dance. Do, 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 do.
I hope they were entertained by your dancing.
I ended up instead kind of going into a little bit of a talk about my morning and bananas, but a little dance. I hope your morning's been good too.
Okay, so these are the small ones that I was telling you about.
Yeah, those
I guess I need to
look like
to put them to my face.
That's a tough call. Yeah, they look like baby bananas. They look like plump, or a variety very similar to what we get as baby bananas.
So we call them. This one is pisang emas. But there's also another one that is quite similar, but I think the shape is slightly different and the taste is slightly different. Now for the life of me, I can't remember. There's a pisang emas. So this is the one that I say I like.
Oh, wow, yeah. Those look more similar to me to like quadradas or kind of like burros, but they also kind of look a little bit like Namwa bananas as well, like slightly similar.
Yeah. So I like these. I think these are my favorite. And then we have the red ones as well.
Yeah, those Ones are a
Yeah.
rich red flavor, like so creamy and like
Ve-
yeah,
yeah,
almost juicy.
very, very creamy. These are so good in the smoothies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
then
they really make me think of banana cream pie, like just like it's crazy.
I hope to make your cake with these.
Oh, there we go. Nice, nice. Well, you'll need a couple more of them. Are they starting to get soft?
Yeah, they're very soft already, actually. Yeah.
Nice. Have
Yeah.
you had much experience with raw plantains?
Yeah,
Hmm.
I actually just enjoy eating them on its own.
Yeah,
You
they're
know,
so good. They're so dang
I
good.
yeah, sometimes I'm like, oh, why do I need to make a recipe? I should just because I really enjoy the taste of it, just like plain.
I feel
Yeah.
that way a lot of the times with a lot of food when it's top quality. And in fact, usually the better the quality, the less likely I want to use it in a recipe. And if it's a little less
Yeah.
quality, then I want to add stuff to it and mix it up and, use my own kind of like to try and amp that up. But I want to say, Ian, you know me, I could talk bananas all day, but I know people are here and we should maybe get into the top of creating a business around the raw vegan lifestyle. What do you think of that?
Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that.
Yeah. All right. So we have done a talk a little bit about this in the past, but time has changed, and also obviously not everyone's seen that talk as well.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
where would you like to go? How would you like to start this? Because I actually would say like I'm kind of a playful businessman, and you seem like a true professional. So I'm going to lead with your professionalism.
I think I like you being a artistic business person. I guess me being a professional because I actually come from the corporate world and I
Hmm.
worked in corporate for like 15 years. So, there's very like there's a lot of structure
Hmm.
to follow and all that. But yeah, I was just trying to think back about my journey actually today because I started doing this in
Yeah.
2016.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I kind of just like accidentally ended up in it. It wasn't
That's
supposed
sometimes
to
the
be
best, though, right? Is it like the fun accidents that can completely change our life trajectory is just like so amazing and beautiful.
yeah. And then I remember, oh, what I wanted to say was, I think initially I used to always pride myself on being like a self-taught person,
Yeah.
on learning certain things. But then when I met my boyfriend, Az, and he's a music educator, and
Mr. Guitar Man.
yes, he's known as Mr. Jazz Guitarist, and
Yes, yes.
he has a lot of formal education in music, and he also seeks out a lot of teachers to attend master classes or private lessons and all that. And then I learned that doing that, you progress much faster, and if you have the help of a mentor or a guru or a teacher who knows much more, a good teacher, you need a good teacher though,
Oh man, if
obviously.
if I could
Yeah,
say just briefly, I wish I had more of that. I mean, I feel so blessed by my path and by the mentors I had in raw food. But early on, I was totally the same, like do it yourself. And I didn't reach out for mentors in the business world. And I'm kind of an artist lackadaisical kind of guy. So I could have streamlined things a heck of a lot. And my first 10 years in my business probably could have been shortened into two, if I really knew what I was
yeah.
doing. And, someone like you was rubbing off on me a little bit more. So I hope that this talk helps people streamline things a little bit faster than me.
Yeah, so I think yeah, so that's what I did. I think I did a lot of so like one of the first, so I took my culinary education courses, but I also took a course on raw food teacher training. Then that was a 3-month course.
Yeah.
And that was really good because that taught you how to become a raw food teacher like from scratch, so everything from making recipes to how to teach to doing marketing, how to run your workshops, how to make your posters,
Was
like
that
really.
Matthew Kendi, or who was that one with?
No,
No,
that
no.
was Karen Nola. So I did the Matthew
Yes,
Kenny
Gary
one that
Nolan.
was on how to make raw food.
Okay,
But
yeah.
Karen Nola was on how to run a raw food teacher academy and how to become a raw food teacher. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
she's
I
an
did that.
OG in the game. She's been around for a long time and knows what she's
Yeah,
doing. That's for sure.
yeah,
Big ups.
yeah. So that was caranola. And then after that, when the lockdowns began, so previously, so in 2016, I was, I was doing everything in person, right?
Yeah.
So I was doing workshops, doing demos, um, teaching private lessons at my place as well, and teaching at cooking studios,
Hmm.
at festivals, at
You're
yoga
busy.
studios,
You're busy.
vegan cafes. Yeah. But then after that, because the lockdowns began, I think you had to pivot, and I had no choice but to go online.
Yeah.
And so I actually took I took some courses on email marketing,
Hmm.
and then I also took course on copywriting.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Um,
Yeah, you see, you are pro. You are seriously pro. I mean, obviously, I think all of us have taken some stuff, but like 100%. That's awesome. That's so awesome.
Yeah, and like I said, I have to say thank you to my boyfriend for that, because he was the one who was like looking out for which courses to take, and we basically took it together, So we did. So he was selling his online music courses, and I was selling, I was doing mine, and he helped me a lot with the technology part as well, because I'm not very good with technology either.
Me either.
I mean, yeah,
It makes the brain melt a little bit, you know?
it does. So he'll be like, "Oh, you should get this app to do this. Oh, you should go on Gumroad to do this. Oh, he checked out, what." Even right now, when I send out the e-newsletters, I type it out, but he actually does the sending and the formatting and all that for me, because I'm just like, I don't know how to do this.
I feel like I maybe need Mr. Guitar Man. I need my own Mr. Guitar Man in my life.
Yeah,
That's so awesome.
you should see if you can outsource something to him, see whether he's open to doing it. Because
That'd be a fun
know
conversation.
I know you talked about outsourcing and all that as
I
well. He's saying
do a
haha.
bit. Yeah, yeah.
Because
I
I
understand.
think
You guys got a lot going on. I do outsource a little bit, and I am streamlining, so I don't want to flatten what I'm doing by any means, but it is a continual journey, and there's so many ways to do it, right? And I can definitely
yes.
tell that the way that both of you guys are doing it is working amazing and reaching so many people, and also you've created so many amazing courses, including the one that you have here with the raw Korean barbecue in this bundle here. So it's just really inspiring, and you've definitely inspired me to up my game and to consider different things a little different ways. So I really just want to thank you for that, definitely.
Oh, thanks, Chris. And you, I mean, like, I think what I like about you, not just your recipes. I'm just like, how come he's so chill and so calm? I know
It's
you're
just
a bit
until the camera turns
stressed.
off. When
I
the, when
know
the
you.
camera turns off, I'm just screaming and running around and like yelling at people. I'm so angry, I don't know if it comes from just my personality and upbringing, or yoga, or skateboarding, or just a combination of all. But that's definitely been a big aspect of my life, just to try and be grounded and, rooted in the present moment and let my own personality shine through. So I really I appreciate that. It's funny. I don't want to say I do my best, but at times I have to do my best, and other times I feel like that's my normal nature.
Yeah, yeah. I was just like, oh, I need to be more chill like Chris. And you're like, you want to be more more like professional like me. It's so funny.
Yeah, well, it's good that we can at least rub off on each other a little bit and
Yeah,
glean those insights, right? So,
yeah. Oh, I watched your AMA with your Ray-Bans Meta. I thought that was really fun, and I think it was, yeah, I watched that, and I also saw your demo as well.
yeah.
So we can I really like that. I really like we can see what you are seeing, what you are cutting and doing the cooking demo and all
It,
that. I thought that was such a
it's
great idea.
it is so fun. I had a friend, David Deonce, on my retreat just this last January, and he had them, and I was blown away. Hello, watermelon land. I was just blown away by them. Not only by what you see, but the other thing that is so cool about them is the speakers, because like I thought it was actually induction, but it is actually little teeny speakers that point to your ears and people around you,
Ah,
they can't hear it, but you
right.
hear it, and it's like it's my favorite headphones because I don't really like having things in my ears,
Okay.
and it's just amazing. And during the lives too, you get little announcements, and you can set it up so when people ask questions, the questions actually come in, so you don't really have to look at your phone, which I still got to perfect. I haven't. I've only used them twice,
Mm-hmm.
but they're a lot of fun. And for making food and stuff, the only thing that's weird though is getting used to really remembering that people are seeing what you're seeing and not like jerk your head
Uh,
around or like look in weird spots and just kind of be more
yeah.
robotic and kind of slow. But
Yeah.
they're fun, and I'm definitely looking forward to doing more with them and actually kind of going back to inspiration from you. It's kind of funny because, the last bunch of bundles you've been creating courses, and I've said multiple times, I'm going to make a recipe course.
Yes.
And then I either during the time of year where the produce that I want to use the course, like want to use in the course, I'm lazy or busy at that time and I don't do
Yeah.
it, or then I just get overwhelmed and decide to do something different. Full honesty.
Mm.
But now I think it's divine timing because with those, that's what I really want to use to make my courses because I like that view when you're chopping and making stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can have your camera, your phone set up so you can easily switch back and forth and talk and instruct and then just go down and start making. So I'm not going to
Mm.
promise, not 100% because I don't like to do that, but my intention is to make my first raw food recipe book course for the next one, inspired fully by you because what you're doing
Oh.
is amazing, totally.
Oh, thank you. So when you say that I wanted to ask you that you say when the questions come in, does it like, so they read out the questions? Is it like, is a
Now,
voice?
I want to let
Uh,
everyone know, we're talking about creating a business around the raw food lifestyle. And this is a big point of it because I got those glasses specifically for this and also for filming
mm.
skateboarding from a cool, different perspective. So it's a kind of neat way.
Ah.
And then, of course, the AMAs and the walk and talks. I've always learned that, I mean, if you just have a camera facing you, people aren't as engaged and they might get bored of just seeing you and your mouth flapping. But if you're walking around and seeing
Right.
cool stuff, then people might be more engaged. Like, where's he going next? And you can, like I did in that live, I was like, where do you want me to go? And people are like, go left.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
I
Choose.
really
Yeah.
like that. But it's funny because, like I said, when I went live, and this is kind of my nature too when I went live with that AMA, it was the first time I'd ever tried that function, and I could have
Mm.
been a little bit more
Yeah.
professional and tried it for fun and got used to it and done it even
Mm-hmm.
better. But I usually learn as I go. And it did in the beginning, and that's how it's supposed to work, that if you set it
Yeah.
right, when new people go in, which that's a little bit annoying actually, if a lot of people come in, it's like, this person just joined, this person just joined, this person just joined.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
But it also, and I hope I can separate that, it also does say like, hey, this person left a comment, and then it reads the comment to you in your ear. Um,
Ah.
but I mean, you always do have your phone, so you can also look down. But I mean, when you're
Mm.
filming, it's kind of maybe distracting to be like checking your phone the whole
Oh.
time, right?
Yes.
So,
Yes.
so when I did those lives, it did read out a few things a few times, but then I
Mm-hmm.
clicked stuff, and I don't know if I kind of messed it up and like changed the
Oh.
settings by clicking stuff or what.
Right.
So
Right.
it's a learning curve. I'm doing another one of those next Friday, same time, 8 a.m. PST. And I'm doing a food demo, I think tomorrow, which I'll use them again. So I'll only get better at them. And I think you'll probably be a big part of my raw business and way to reach people and keep people more engaged with a first person viewpoint.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, definitely. These kind of things like with technology, you just need to kind of learn and figure out how to do it. It's just like, making reels and all that is like I still haven't figured out how to make not haven't figured out. I see how people make such good reels and go like, wow, but this is gonna take up so much of my time.
It doesn't have
And
to.
it's,
And I mean, that can be another fun tip, because there's so many ways of making reels, right? And sometimes I like to self-edit and, make them, kind of just more sequential. But
Mhm,
what I'm using right now, and I edit all my videos and all my reels for Instagram, YouTube, everything on an app on my phone.
mhm,
And
mhm.
the app is called Video Leap. And it's free with a lot of functionality, but you can also do a one-time $99 fee for like, really extra kind of features and stuff like that. And at this point, I don't remember which features were free and which were paid because I
Mhm.
paid for that like 3 or 4 years ago
Ah,
because it's the best editing
ah,
app I've used for my phone. But with the reels, and especially with AI and stuff now, it's crazy. Like the reels I've been making lately, you know, I can either take video clips or just images, plug them all in, and then just select like edit with AI or auto edit, and it
Mm,
will give you a whole bunch of different templates with different music that other people have created, and you can just go
right.
through the songs and see which
Yeah.
one you like best, which matches up with the feel and the different transitions, and
Yeah.
then I cheat a little bit because for each template, you can click full edit and it'll let you
Uh-huh.
totally edit it, but it charges like $12 per full edit. So
Oh, okay.
so what I do, I just try and pick one that I like a lot,
Uh-huh.
and then I export it, and then I import it back in, and then I can add my own voiceovers, and if I want, you know, just add in overlays of different images or change things up a little bit or stretch it or shorten it.
Yep.
But that allows me to actually customize it, so it's not just straight up the, you know, kind of
Mm,
templated uh,
mm,
edits that they give you. But that app is
mm,
really darn good. It's a lot of fun, and it makes Reels a lot easier when you're making kind of based off pictures or stuff like that.
mm, right, right. Yeah. I mean, I use some of the templates in Instagram itself, but I haven't gotten the app. I think, was this the same app you told me about before? I think at one time I asked you whether you use an app because I was like, I think he's using an app to make all this.
Well, you know, this the ones I've been making this year for the Reels, this is the
Yeah.
first year that I've been using those. Last year, I think I would have mentioned a different one,
Ah,
possibly.
okay,
Um,
okay.
or I might have mentioned two that I might have like edited first on Video Leap and then sent it to another one to do some other kind of stuff. But now, like
Ah,
the cool thing I love about Video Leap and one of the reasons why I felt confident in purchasing the Lifetime is that they're on it and they continually add upgrades, and like I've even like messaged them and been like, hey, this isn't very good, like
oh,
and given them advice, and they
okay,
even made changes,
okay,
and so
okay.
so they are pretty awesome. I'm not an affiliate for Video Leap, but I do use it and I like it. I
Hmm.
wish I made some money off of their lifetime deals, but I don't.
Do, does it have a caption function?
Yeah, and that's one of the brand new things that it does have in there.
Ah,
And I've
okay.
used it a little bit, and actually that was one thing too that it just came out, and I was trying to use it, and it wasn't working properly. And maybe it was just for me, I don't know why, but I
Mm-hmm.
wrote them and I was like, "Hey, it's not working," and
Mm.
we actually troubleshooted back and forth, and then it updated, and then it worked. And so
Ah,
I've used
okay.
that for some of my reels, but not all of the reels. But it does have that function. It has like green screen. It has like masking. It has like, you know, it even has like crazy things like you could have a picture of yourself and say change with AI to like a Halloween theme, and then you'll like have like Halloween makeup and like a
Ah,
haunted house behind you, and it's got some crazy stuff. Some that I probably will never use, but it's pretty powerful.
right, right, right. Interesting. Yeah, because like so Az uses the yeah, uses like some caption, some app that does the captions as well. So sometimes when I want the captions, I send it to him and like, can you make the captions for me?
That's been a bit of a headache for me for quite a while because finding a good app that doesn't charge per like caption or something like that is really tough. At least in my experience, and maybe I'm just not great at searching them, but I've searched for those multiple times and I've bought a couple different things to do it, and some of them didn't work. And I'll be honest, I don't always caption because sometimes I feel like it takes up space, but
Yeah,
obviously too for some in some ways it is nice and you know, helps people and brings more engagement, I think too.
it does. I
Oh, that
think
one's per month. Oh, captions, yeah, see, I did look that one up. I have that one downloaded, but then I was like, I don't want to pay. Like, I'm trying to get away from monthly. I like lifetime deals as much as I can.
yeah.
That's my only qualm with, and this is another kind of tool that I use a lot, and I would bet maybe you do, but you let me know if you use something similar and what you like. Canva. I love
Oh
Canva,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but
I
it's
use Canva.
expensive, like monthly, and until 3 days ago, I've
Hmm.
basically only been using it for my ebooks. And just 3 days ago, I really discovered, you know what? It's way better than the just general photo editing app that I've been using for captions and for thumbnails and stuff. And it's got this cool thing, which you're gonna see once once I post this, because the reason I was a minute and a half late was like, oh my gosh, I didn't make a thumbnail.
Oh,
And
okay.
and I want to make a good thumbnail, so I grabbed a cool picture of you from your page where you're sitting down, but it's a square and it's cut off, right? I put it into Canva. I collect, expand with AI, and then it turns full screen. And so, like, you're sitting there, and it put your legs in there, and it put extra sky in there. And then I had a picture of me where I was cut off at the waist, and I expanded me, cut out as a transparent background PNG. So then all of a sudden I have legs, and it looks like we're both hanging out together. It's not perfect because I did it in like 3 minutes instead of taking maybe 10. But it's pretty fun, and it blows me away because Enzyme Dan, who's also part of the bundle with his Art of Raw Food, he asked if I had a full size picture of my banana split. And I was like, no, I don't. Like, I only had like a rectangle, like a skinny one. But I put it into Canva and I put expand, and all of a sudden that picture looks like it's a professional picture that is full screen the whole length of the phone. And so now I'm like, you know what? Because I know this now, I'm going to be using this all the time, and I'm going to feel better about my monthly subscription to Canva that sometimes I'd never even touch for 4, 5, 6, 7 months of the year. So,
Right.
but I wish it was a lifetime.
Yeah.
I wish Canva would just let me pay. Like, I'd pay like, a couple $100 just to have it lifetime. But no, the subscription, that is a business tip. If you can create a subscription, you're going to make a lot more money.
Yeah, it feels like subscription is kind of the way to go. I mean, I also did at one point I did do a subscription service with Patreon.
Yeah.
During the lockdowns, but after that I just kind of felt burnt out, so I stopped it. But that was good. I mean, if someone can find a way of doing it without having to, like, don't burn yourself out, basically.
Yeah.
Then you have some kind, because at that time then I knew like every month I had some kind of baseline regular income coming in. Yeah. So that Watermelon Line remembers his rock with Yin. Yeah.
And she was asking if we used AI to I think do you ever get recipe video ideas or video do you ever get recipe ideas or video ideas from AI? I have used AI a little bit to give me a little bit of ideas for both, just kind of as like a starting point. And that's the way I look at AI, is like I wouldn't want to use it as the actual creator, but I like to utilize it as a means of extra inspiration, or to gather information that otherwise I'd be just looking and doing a million Google searches. You just do one, and it's like gives you a bunch of stuff to flourish from.
Yeah. So for me, recipe ideas, no. Video ideas, no. But I do use now it used to be called Bard, right? Now it's called Gemini. The Google's AI, Google's ChatGPT, whatever. I use that to
He wants to steal the show, Leo. He is a super sweetie. He is seriously such a sweetie, but he wants to go up on the window, I think.
I use that to for ideas on YouTube titles, and also sometimes my email subject lines. But I don't like to use it to I don't use it to create copy. I tried, but I'm like, oh, it sounds so it's very contrived,
It can be really bad. And I mean, this is actually a great topic, because last year, and I'll actually, when I post this up on my Instagram, or on my YouTube, I'll also have a link for our last talk, because I think some of the stuff we talked there, we'll obviously have a little bit of repeat, but going into AI, we definitely didn't go into AI stuff. We didn't go into these apps, so it's kind of nice, kind of complementing each other. But some of the stuff that I do with AI, and I totally agree, it can just, like, you can tell when it's AI, like it's just like, blah. And even if you write like, please make this so it doesn't sound like AI, it's like, thank you, I will still sound like AI, So what I use it for,
this course isn't just this, it's more than this, you'll do this.
It's so bad, but I mean, it's going to get better. And I mean, I think obviously there's something to the real creativity of the individual and having your own voice in things. And also, there's also something that's kind of sad with people that maybe just don't have any knowledge, and then they just trust the AI to give the correct knowledge, which, you know, that's also a little bit of an ethical kind of thing with AI. But what I use it for, you know, and full disclosure, you know, it's kind of funny. My stews book from last year, Naturally Rawsome Stews, which,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, did you see? Did he jump? Did you see it?
Oh
He just jumped.
no.
But anyways, my stews book, I am almost embarrassed to say, and this is actually triple embarrassment. I'm going to embarrass myself first, and then I'll share about how I use AI. The last the last five bundles, I've created 4 meal plans, and my naturally rawsome stew, or my frickin' rawsome stews. None of those are on my website yet. That's, you know, like 3 years of books I've created. None of those are on my website yet. But part of that is because I've been having a huge update to my site where I'm like employing this kind of what's it called, menu creation, food shopping cart, and you know, even being able to buy ingredients direct to your house from, like, make food plans and lists. And I'm like,
Yeah.
that's supposed to have come for the last 2 years, but it's taken a long time because of technology upgrades and also tech help stuff problems. And anyways, long story short, the stews book is now live. This is my first time mentioning this, and I didn't really want to mention it during the bundle because it's the bundle, but I'm going to mention it because we're talking about it. My stews
Yeah.
book finally got added to my app, so it's in my app right now. And the reason I'm mentioning my stews book, though, is that last year when I was creating that, I used AI to give me recipe ideas for classic stews from around the world. So what I did was I just said, like, can you list, you know, like 40 of the most classic and popular stews from countries around the world? And then it listed them, and then I looked at them and I thought, okay, well, how can I make those raw? How can I do this? And so, you know, I didn't ask it to make the recipes, but I asked it to share, you know, classic ideas. And, you know, for that worked good, because then I just got ideas and then I made them myself. But then on my website, this is something I've been really loving, but it is kind of that, like, it sounds AI, so I have a little bit of a workaround with it. When I put up new videos on my channel, sometimes I go to the transcript, which, if it's an hour-long interview, it's really long. And I grab that transcript and I ask AI, like, can you clean this up and create a nice synopsis for my video blog? And then it will grab it, and sometimes it's too long, so then I have to trim out parts that are just, you know, just chatter and not necessarily on the topic. And then it'll create a nice synopsis, and then I put that on my blog for people that just want to quickly read. But then also I put a disclaimer, like, you know, this is an AI generated synopsis for the full, like, you know, for the full information and more humanness, you know, like, watch the video, you know. But and then you can also ask it to optimize for SEO and repeat some things. So then it, you know, putting it in the blog post, it will help put those keywords in a little bit less, you know, crappy looking, but it still is a little bit kind of AI-ish, you know. But it still is fun, you know. It can help a little bit, something to build from. You know, that's kind of the way I look at this AI stuff from now, you know.
Yeah. Exactly. I also think I look at it for ideas and or just to kind of like spark some kind of inspiration, but I wouldn't like take it, you know, whole, you know, lock, stock, and barrel kind of thing. Yeah,
No.
because yeah, and it's still not my style because I know like some people just use everything from AI. I sometimes I watch like there are like some internet ads and I'm like, oh my God, AI wrote this.
For sure. I mean,
You know?
there's entire, I mean, talking about business, this isn't my thing either, but I know people definitely make entire YouTube channels just AI. Like, they, you know, they generate the transcript, and then they generate images, and then they merge it all together so that you can create entire AI YouTube channels that you don't even have to show your face or talk. And, you know, you could do really well. I mean, it might be a little bit weird for this niche, you know, but for other niches, it might work a little bit better. I even subscribe to one about stoicism, and I can tell the whole thing is 100% AI, and the person creating it might just basically write in, like, create a video around, you know, stoicism and fitness, you know, and like, and then it create a whole thing, and then they put it into a video generating AI and merge it all together. It's crazy what you can do these days if you take the time to learn with some technical knowledge and put your energy into it, right? But I'd rather put my energy into physical things more often and just use the AI to supplement and help as a starting point, as we said.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
AI.
So yeah, I did. I I listed out, I was just looking at like, what are the sources of income.
Yeah,
If somebody wants to do this. I guess wait, before I talk about the sources of income, I think what I wanted to say was I think if anybody wants to go into what we're doing, I feel like you really need to be passionate about it because
absolutely. Yeah. Otherwise, you're gonna come and go like some have,
yeah,
But
yeah.
it's
Because
definitely,
it's
I mean,
like
a labor of love. And I think that's important for any of your like if you're an entrepreneur and you're doing your own business, right? It's like a lot of times it's more work and less pay, but if you have passion behind it and you love it, then it's play, so it doesn't feel like work all the time. And obviously, with some of the technical stuff, both you and I feel like it is work because it is challenging. But when you get to do this kind of stuff and you get to share recipes and you get to create and see it spread out into the world, it makes all those kind of more worky things worth it.
yeah. Because sometimes I'm just like, oh, this is so much work, or like it's just taking up so much time. But then it's just like, I really believe in this.
Absolutely.
And
And then I picture myself
yeah,
at the grocery store and I'm like, I used to work at a grocery store and there's no shade in that. I've often actually said like when I've had really bad technical issues and I've had some really bad ones, I won't lie. I've almost been like, shut down the site. I'm going to work at the grocery store, but I'm that's just my Leo extra emotional in the emotional moments.
yeah. So if you're really passionate about it, and you really believe in it, like I do, go for it. So like throughout the years, I think like it's been like almost 8 years already for me. Like I think I started off it was like in-person workshops, demos. I did talks. Um, I did private lessons as well, whether it was like private one-on-one lessons. And then the product ambassadorship started coming in, and then you get affiliate links to sell products. But I find like for raw food, I have I've turned down so many things, not for raw food because I'm raw vegan or I'm like high raw. So I only want to promote things that are, and I only want to talk about products that align with what I believe in.
Me too.
And in Malaysia, there's so many things that are like vegan, but it's just not the things that I would want to, yeah,
I
yeah,
can
like,
totally relate. And I mean, obviously, the more you do this and the bigger you get, the more opportunities come your way. And I could say, same thing. I could make so much more money. I've been approached by multiple
yeah,
supplement companies to create my own line of supplements and many kind of powders and stuff like
yeah.
that. And even yeah, retreats. I was recently asked to do a retreat, but they said it'd be some cooked stuff, and like I'm not really interested in that really for
I
myself.
have all
But
the I had all like the fake meat companies coming in, and I'm like,
yeah,
no, no fake meat.
no,
And then like the plant-based milks, but they have oil in it, and I'm like, no oil.
yeah. And I mean, I think we both can appreciate that all of those things are beautiful and perfect in their place for people that they serve. But when you're in a niche market and you are really clearly defined with what resonates with
Mm,
you and what you want to present so that you're creating a uniform, consistent message, you know, you kind of want to say no to things that don't create that authentic kind of feel, right? And I wouldn't want to cheapen my message or what I'm doing for anything. And I feel so happy though. I mean, kind of going into affiliate products, like I feel so happy that I've found affiliate products that I genuinely use and genuinely love and feel good promoting because even before I got into raw food, I worked at a bunch of different places like organic grocery store and skateboard shops and tons of other stuff. But those are two good examples where when it was something I believed in, I could sell it because I loved
mm,
it and I was like excited to share about it because I knew it would bring value to other people. But
yeah.
if it was something like when I was at the skate shop, if it was a brand, and this is getting a little bit too maybe not a little too, but it's getting personal preference. But if it was a brand I didn't like, I couldn't sell it. Like when people like even when they wanted it, I'd be like, yeah, like there you go, like go for it. But in my mind, I'm like, I don't like that one. But if it was something I liked, I'm like, oh, this and that, and it's so fun
Yeah.
and it's good, and it's like, I mean, that kind of plays back into being passionate. And if you're passionate about this, focusing in on the things that either you're learning more about, you're excited about, or just have made a huge impact on you, and that'll make it way more natural to be able to showcase it and either be an affiliate or just share it with people so that they can benefit from that as well. Integrity. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then let me
Here's
see
my
what
rice cooker, by the
else.
way. No, I'm just it's $49.95, and I'm an affiliate for this rice cooker brand because it's the best rice cooker, even though I don't use rice.
Well, maybe you can bloom some wild rice in it or something in the rice cooker.
This rice cooker is amazing for blooming wild rice. You don't even have to plug it in. You just fill it with water and let it sit there. It's only $65.95, and I make $20 for everyone that's sold. I mean, just buy it.
I mean, it's interesting because I had a company, like they were selling pans, I think, like cooking pans, and they were like, "Oh, can we give you one and can you put it on your, your thing?"
Me too.
I was like, "But
I
I'll do raw vegan."
I had the exact same thing. That's when it's the worst, when it's just like cookie cutting and they're just sending it out to any influencer, because I had the same thing, like a whole cooking set. They're like, we checked out your website and we really like what you're doing and we want you to showcase our like super premier cookware. And I've had the same thing with like animal products, like like a paleo bar that has meat in it. Like, we'd love you to share this, and like they must have just searched something that said like I don't know, like natural or something, right? And then it's like bing, 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 trying to send it out. But
yeah, maybe because it's raw or something like that. Because I've gotten like a Japanese restaurant asking me like, "Oh, we want to, give you this fine dining experience at this Japanese restaurant, and it's raw." Yeah, so it's raw sushi. And I'm like, "Hello, I'm raw vegan, not raw sushi."
You missed one of the big words there. But it is a blessing to have opportunities, and I mean, occasionally you get ones. Like I for myself, I have to not have to, but I try to make sure that I actually look at the opportunity to see. But because at some points I've gotten so many on my Instagram that I just like delete. But and now basically, if anyone approaches me, if it's like something that I think maybe I'd be interested in, I straight up say like, look, I only promote things I genuinely use and love. So if I'm interested, like if you're willing to send me something for me to try for a few months, maybe I will, but otherwise I'm not going to, and I've had some things like I had Shiljet, because I have some friends that I really know and trust who really say it's like it made a big difference and it was like amazing for them and they could totally notice it. And a company sent me some and I tried it for a month and I didn't notice nothing. And I'm like, sorry, I'm not sharing anything about this, So it was like super expensive too, like $60 per month. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not going to be sharing that. And same thing with like some pine pollen and stuff. And, no shade to those things if people love them, but I'm not going to share stuff unless I really love it and would buy it myself,
Yeah. Okay, Watermelon and Lime said, "I am not an influencer, but I had free stuff from Amazon sent to me without asking for it or ordering it. Apparently they do this, so they are a higher selling rank." Oh, interesting. Amazon hasn't sent me anything.
No, they don't send me nothing either. And I do use Amazon links a little bit, but I mean, as an affiliate, they give you a very small amount compared to other
but
individual
so
companies. It's so small. Yeah, it's like you sell something for like that's $50 and you get like 30 cents or something. Maybe it's a little more, but it's not much. Yeah.
I never bothered to set up an Amazon shop because I think it's so little, and then I find like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So I never got around to doing that.
All I've done is I already had an Amazon account. I believe it's for Amazon Books, a KDB or whatever. And then from that, I could just, if there's a product that I like that I don't have a company that I utilize, let's say like chopping mats or something that I put in a book, for example, then I'll just share that link, or nut milk bags, like I'll just share that link.
Yeah.
But I don't even consider making anything from it because, you don't really make much. And in reality, I'd much rather support directly to a company that I believe in rather than a conglomerate, like Amazon anyway.
Yeah. Actually, one thing I should do more often is because my Gumroad courses, I can actually like ask if anybody wants to be an affiliate as well. Because I had one of my students, she was an affiliate. I mean, she managed to maybe like sell. I don't know whether she managed to sell anything or not now that I think about it. But I think there was another person who I asked who was keen and then didn't And then I think you asked me.
Yeah, I know.
To
I
give
know
me
I
my
asked you, and that
affiliate
offer
link.
still stands. That offer still stands. I do have a couple affiliates, and I'm an affiliate for a few other raw vegan creators. And I think that cross promotion is fun, but it does take some setup, and often we forget about the affiliate earnings and stuff. I know I have to do some payouts, and some payouts are earned or owed to me for some stuff. But that's
Yeah.
the other back end of the business side that sometimes isn't as fun, but is a
Yeah.
reality of it.
But the good thing about, because I'm using Gumroad, if you're an affiliate from me, I don't need to do the payout. Gumroad will handle the payouts. So
That's good.
because when you sign up as a Gumroad, you sign up as a Gumroad account. So you already put in your PayPal thing. So Gumroad will just pay you directly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just need to decide on a percentage, and then that. So that one's like super easy. Because
I
you
want to
just
do that. I want to do that with your courses. Now, the only thing that's going to be challenging is because you have so many courses. Obviously, I can't put them all on my site because then it'll look like I don't have anything. But
Yeah.
but what I maybe would do is like have like a thumbnail that shows a couple and say like multiple amazing raw food courses by Raw Chef Yin. Check them all out, and then boom, then they go to your page and they see the list. Because how many do you have now? You must have like 15 or more.
More than 20.
75.
No,
No.
not yet.
No.
Maybe in the next 20 years or something.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
I had 27, I think 26 or 27.
That's amazing.
Yeah, because at one point, I mean, during the lockdowns, I was just like churning out courses every month. Yeah. But now it's just like 2 a year or something like that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you created
because
a really established base, and I mean, that's amazing. I looked at it. I think I have 15 books, which averages one per year for the 15 years I've been doing this. But I've definitely had some years where I created multiple, and other years where I didn't create anything, except for video content.
yeah, but you have interesting video content. How do you do the raw lion? Is it lion? Is it a lion's raw thing?
Yeah. So I did a couple, and that actually was with Video Leap too. That the beginning of most of my videos, the live videos I've been doing now, I've been posting on my YouTube and stuff, but I haven't been putting my opening and closing sequences. I've just let them be a little bit more kind of quick editing. But that lion sequence, my mom had a Halloween costume that she made us when we were little kids for a lion, and so it's just like a hat that has like yarn for the hair, and I put up a black background and just filmed myself roaring, trying my best to mimic the Goldwyn Mayer lion, like the exact positioning. I was like I watched that video many times, like, and then on Fiverr, which is another kind of tip, using outsourcing. I've used Fiverr. It's like fiverr.com, 2 R's, and also I've used Odesk, which is an even more intense one that we can go into. But with Fiverr, I just looked for somebody to recreate the Goldwyn Mayer image with a hole cut out where the lion is as a PNG. And I told them, instead of the type that it says on top of the original one, I wanted it to say like "Itus Morius Frutus" to keep it in the kind of like Latin language that they have on the top of there, and change some of the text and stuff. And so they sent me a really good professional image that had the PNG hole, the transparency hole. And I just overlaid it, and there I am roaring. And then my other ones, like the "Ooh Baby I Like It Raw," it blows me away because I know now it'd be way easier, but I've had that for, I don't know, 6 years maybe, or 7 years, I'm not sure. But on Fiverr, I hired somebody to just take my static image. So I just had my image that my graphic designer had made for my Banana Commander, and for like $60, just $60, they turned that into a fully animated one with the music matching the mouth to the music, and he made multiple ones, like ones with long hair and ones with short hair, just in case I cut my hair, and because I had short hair before. And unreal though, unreal. Oh yeah, Odesk is now Upwork. You're right, Frugivour Runner. Thank you for that.
Yeah, so Frugivour Runner said some things. I think Frugivour Runner said, but with Amazon affiliates,
I think sometimes, go ahead.
What you do get is a cookie. So within a certain period, whatever they buy on Amazon, you get a cut.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I mean, I've been an Amazon affiliate, and I have Amazon links in my books and some other places, but I make so little off. I mean, I'm not trying to be like anti-Amazon affiliate by any means, but it's not something I put a lot of focus in, just because
Yeah.
within our niche, there are very few things that I really promote on Amazon, and I'd rather, direct promote Vitamix or direct promote Excalibur, rather than, sell their ones that you can get on Amazon. And but I mean, it is definitely a means to create an affiliate account. And, I know people though who make a ton off of it, because they just make like Amazon web stores essentially, right? And just drive traffic to that. So
Okay.
you definitely can.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think currently my main sources of income would be the ebooks and the courses and now the bundles. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably me. Yeah, affiliates, courses, coaching, bundles, retreats, and yeah, I think those are the main ones. I guess the affiliates counts. I do have a fair amount of affiliate products, which is really fun. But coaching. Did I mention that? Yeah, coaching.
Yeah, you mentioned
Yeah,
coaching as well.
Yeah, I'll mention it again. Coaching. You mentioned, so imagine if it's a Vitamix or MacBook, but yeah, the drawback is associating your brand with things yeah, exactly. So, I mean, obviously, yeah, and especially since they have those cookies, if someone, buys a $5 cutting board, but then they see like oh my gosh, I want a $600 or $1,000, what's it called? Freeze-dried food thing, a freeze dryer,
freeze
oh yeah,
dryer.
you could make quite a bit, but you also could just be the affiliate for the freeze dryer company and make a much, much, much larger percentage, right? But again, there's so many different ways, and having both, you don't have to be exclusive, right? And having that cookie there, again, you can be pointing people there for things that you don't have other affiliate links for, and then you never know, they might just shop around, because Amazon's good at that. They really are sneaky, right? It's like, oh, for just this much more, you'll get free shipping. And if you do this, you'll get that. And every time I've been to Amazon, I wanted to buy one little thing, and I end up buying like 6, because then it gets me, free shipping or some other kind of benefit and perk, So you can learn from Amazon in terms of your business, in terms of upselling and creating those kinds of things in your site. So, mine is pixelizing. Oh.
I was just gonna say like, that's a good case study in upselling, and we need to do that as well. Like, would you like to?
Am I pixelizing for you?
A bit, but I thought maybe it might be because of your. I know you were having some internet woes and all that.
I'm definitely having internet woes. It hasn't been bad lately, but it is also raining out here a bit, so it could be that. But yeah, I'm hotspotting off of my phone, but I don't have my computer running. But hopefully, just so people say, can everyone at least see me decently and hear me? I just want to make sure that at least that quality is good, as we round out the hour anyway.
Yeah. So, audio-wise, you're perfect for me.
Good.
And I can see you it's pretty okay. It's not like really bad pixelating. Actually, right now you're pretty clear.
Okay, that's good. Well, hopefully I'm the same. And watermelon can't imagine me without long hair, and I'm the same way. At times I've wanted to cut my hair, and I'm like, I can't. Like everything, my entire business is around my long hair, and I've seen too. In some things, people cut their hair and it's like it completely changes their business, and then it have to be professional. I feel like I'll cut my hair if I'm gonna turn professional, like if I'm just gonna get like, and then I'll be all super clean cut, and I'll like style my hair, and I'll maybe wear a suit. And
I was gonna say that you have to be in a suit, and you have to change your YouTube intro.
Oh yeah, and be like, oh baby, I like it raw. Yeah, maybe I'd like it raw, and I won't be roaring as a lion anymore. I'll be like this, be like raw. I'll go like super professional. That's what's gonna have to happen, but that may never happen.
Oh, it's so funny, Chris.
Fruitful Running said, speaking of retreats, when's the next one? And we can do that for both of us. I have a retreat at the end of this month in Sweden. And after that, I don't have anything planned, and I may even take a little bit of a break from retreats, truthfully, but that's for an undecided amount of time. But I have one here in Sweden at the end of the month. So how about yourself?
Oh, I'm not doing any retreats. Yeah, I haven't actually done a retreat before. I've been invited for some, but the dates haven't, never made. The dates were not aligned, so I had to turn them down. So haven't done any. I don't have, because I'm going to be traveling again. We're going to make a big, huge trip to the US in like end July, August. We're visiting Nate and Lisa. We're also visiting Kathy Hester. And then Az has his, a lot of musicians to visit as well. And he's also, I think he's planning to attend a guitar camp. So I haven't arranged anything for that. Because after this, then I need to start working on, after the bundle's over, I need to start working on my taxes, and that takes forever for me.
That was a part of my meltdown before, not full meltdown, but near meltdown before the bundle, was taxes and bundle and computer stuff and website stuff. I won't go into this laundry list here at all, but when it rains, it pours, and I think it was one of the most torrential, torrents of rain that has ever existed in my life. It was pretty crazy, but I am now here and feeling way better, and this is going really good. And minus the Wi-Fi, but this is what we can do.
Yeah,
because Watermelon Lime said, "Oh, go ahead."
No, I want to say,
said that,
like running your own business, you need to do your taxes. So
you do, yeah. And I'm thankful I did get them done with the help of Camilla before the bundle. And now it's just that waiting period to wait until you get, the message back going, yeah, it all looks good, like instead of like, we want to tear through your shit, hopefully not. Mr. Jazz Guitar Man said it would be a good video idea. Which one was he mentioning? I wonder, because I'm now perked. What was our good video idea?
I think you're being in a suit and all that. I want to say, like, maybe you can pretend to cut your hair. You tie it up, but it looks like you cut your hair, and then you wear your suit, and then you go like raw.
I could probably do it with AI. It looks like it there. There we go. That's me with slicked back hair. I used to slick my hair. Oh, there we go. Get that fluff out. Oh, that fluff is just betraying me. It's not real. Yeah. Or I could just do the business in front. I've always, if I was going to cut my hair, I've always just wanted to do the He-Man cut, just like that, and then just like a helmet, but I don't have the guts for it. Oh.
He-Man.
A God video idea is how to keep organized for taxes and influencer. I would need a video on that, because the tax people want me to do like my VAT every single month and have like spreadsheets keeping track of it every month. But to me, that's more stressful to have to do it every single month rather than just a couple days at every year really be stressed and do it, So I'm not the best one to do that, because that's how I prefer to do it. Just like loosely keep track of stuff and then just really binge at it one day a year instead of multiple times per year, which I know some people like to do to be really organized, but that's not me.
Every year I say that the next year I want to be more organized and do it monthly, and every year that does not happen.
Yeah, the only way a frugivore runner saying, or a full course, the only way that I would be really doing that is if in the making of the course I was learning to do that myself. And that would be, if I chose to do it, that'd be a wise thing to do, because then I could learn how to do it while making the course, and then put it out there, and then hopefully follow my own advice and continually do that. Yeah, you're not alone, RX Coaching Solutions.
Hopefully next year when we do this live again, I'll tell you like, Chris, I got it in honor. Now I know how to do every month.
And hopefully I'll be talking about my new course. And that would be a fun theme, Yin, to every year for the bundle do a talk on to do this talk every year and talk about the new things that we're updating and doing, because obviously, we did one last year, but this year has really, I think, covered a lot of different ground, and hopefully only expands upon what we have shared and connected with on the last one.
Yeah.
But I do gotta say, we're at the top of the hour, and I do have another live in 28 minutes, and I haven't had breakfast yet besides one banana, and it's 2:00. So what I would do want to ask, though, briefly, is there anything that, when we were kind of talking about this, that you were thinking would be a great aspect or subject that we haven't covered yet, to at least kind of close out with that? And if not, then we'll just be like, no, we're done, we're good.
I think I don't know how useful this is, but I remember I was just thinking about it, you know, because now everybody knows. I mean, most people can identify me as like the well, now I call myself the raw vegan expert, raw vegan expert in Asian food. I think that's what I call myself. And yeah, and in this bundle I have the Korean BBQ course, which Lisa made like almost everything. She made everything except the kimchi recipe.
Wow.
And she loves it and it's amazing.
She's amazing.
So what I wanted to say was, I think when I first started, I was very I knew that I wanted to focus on Asian food in a raw vegan way, because I felt like, oh, you know, when I did my training and all that, it was very Western based, and I love Asian food so much. I'm like, oh, I need to take all these recipes and convert it in Asian. And so I did that for the first 5 years, but initially people were just like, you know, there wasn't a very good response to it, especially because that time I was doing in person in Malaysia, and people are all like, can you teach me how to make kale chips? Can you teach me how to make raw brownies? I'm serious, okay? I'm serious, Rob. I'm like, and I'm looking at them like, are you I'm just like, go to YouTube. You learn how to make all that, right? So and it came to a point where I was like, you know what, I should just like do what people ask me to do.
Yeah.
You know, just teach like, yeah, raw brownies and kale chips and green smoothies or whatever, which is so boring to me.
Yeah.
But then what happened was, because like suddenly, I think the moment I wanted to give up, that was when people started getting interested in it. So I don't know whether it was just the universe testing me to say like, is this what you really want to do? You know,
Yeah.
then,
you want to sell your
like,
soul to that.
And because I stuck with it for so long, it's just like, oh, okay, now they're like, yeah, go ahead and do, you know, Asian sweets and treats, you know, like Korean barbecue, Japanese course, Indonesian, so I don't know. Yeah.
The best, definitely, Asian raw food recipes out there, and some of the best courses out there for sure. And I want to ask, I should mention everyone, the both of us, someone's kind of asking that too. Both of us are part of the bundle, of course, and you can grab the bundle in either of our links in bio. Go check out Chef Yin's, Raw Chef Yin, and grab it there. And I do want to ask you briefly as well, which recipe would you recommend making from your course if I'm only going to make one, hopefully during this bundle?
Make the portobello. Do you want? So there are two mushroom recipes. One is the portobello bulgogi. The other one is the Korean barbecue mushroom. But I actually like the Korean barbecue mushroom. I also like the bulgogi.
Which one is a little bit easier? Because I'll admit I'm drawn very thin for time.
I think the bulgogi is easy. Watermelon and lime actually made the carrot namul. But I do like the mushrooms. And you love mushrooms as well. So.
I love mushrooms. I absolutely do.
So I think the portobello bulgogi.
Okay, I'll write that. And RX Coaching was asking about our links, and so my main website's therawadvantage.com, and otherwise just at therawadvantage here on Instagram. And again, both of us have our bundle link in ours, and yours is at Raw Chef Yin. But what would be the easiest way to connect on your website or your?
So I do. I think the best way is if you're looking at my courses, is just to go to rawchefyin.gumroad.com. I think,
chefyin.gumroad.com. Okay.
Yeah, that would be, I think that would be the best. I mean, I do have a website, but it's very outdated.
Brew Gore Running is asking, runner is asking, what's the video editing software? I use Video Leap. It's an app on my phone. It works on iPad, iPhone, all of that stuff. And originally I thought I was going to use it on my iPad more with the bigger screen, but I still just prefer to do it on my phone, and I do every video off of that. Let's just see. Did you talk about your audio and filming device? I will just mention I solely use my iPhone, and I mean, when I started my YouTube channel in 2009, I was using an iPod Nano with 144p. So if you go look at my oldest videos, they're pretty low quality. And then as iPhones got better and I got better quality iPhones, they've gotten better. And I just upgraded to a 15 Max Pro with 2 terabytes of storage, specifically for my business.
Wow.
Yeah.
2 terabytes.
Yeah, I'm stoked. So that's what I use. Do you use a professional camera and stuff? I'm guessing for your video
Um,
courses you probably do, or maybe not. I don't know.
no,
No, no, I mean,
I'm
sorry.
using no. I'm using a so I'm using my iPhone to video everything because and I'm using an iPhone 12 Pro Max to take photos of the pictures for the recipe booklet. I do use a DSLR. It's a Canon. Actually, it's a borrowed one. It's on loan. I should give it back to my friend.
It's a good one. That's a good one.
But for filming, I'm just using the iPhone because the iPhone quality is pretty good. And I mean, if you have good enough lighting, and then it's so easy to edit. I just use InShot to edit as well. It's like because InShot's like free software. Because I don't like using the Mac has I don't like using iMovie, and I don't know how to use all the other more difficult video editing software. So I just use InShot. And Fugifa rather did ask, are there even any other Asian raw food experts out there?
No,
Sayuri?
I'm just joking.
No, but do you know any?
Well, I knew some that I knew there was a Muse some, but I haven't seen her active. Like I seen her active like 6 years ago from Malaysia or
but
Borneo.
Yeah,
but
she's Malaysian, but she works in Brunei, right? Is it or something like that?
You're right. Yeah. But I haven't seen her for a long time. I don't know for sure if she is or not.
I met her at a Fruit Luck in Malaysia a couple of years ago. She was selling her juicer and she wanted me to be an affiliate. And I'm like, no, I don't want to sell juices. I don't even like juicing.
Yeah, me neither.
But she's been very quiet because she stopped coming. She used to come for some of our vegan events in KL from time to time, but she stopped coming.
Of course, there's Sachi, who's a part of the bundle too, and she has her her book about self-love, which is really amazing, coming from a place of love.
Yeah,
and she has some recipe books as well.
But I think Sachi's recipe books, I don't think none of them are Asian focused.
No,
right? I mean, she's Asian, but like the food is not Asian focused. Sayuri Tanaka, she has her restaurant at an academy in Bali. She does some good Asian raw food things as well, and I've attended 2 of her workshops in Bali. So there are some Asian raw food experts in Bali, but I think they don't do so much things online. But Sayuri, I think she might have done some. Oh, she did some stuff online because I took one of her courses online. Now that I think about it, Chef Made of the Moksa restaurant in Bali is also has some good like he serves raw food dishes
not
in
just
the
the typical butchered pad thai we talked about before.
Yeah. And then because I basically checked out Ani Fio used to do like really good she had a whole range of good raw food books published. So she did desserts, and she had a really good one for Asian raw food as well. But she's kind of just like disappeared off the planet, right? I mean, like, I don't think I've seen her do anything like in the past few years anymore.
Life, sometimes that's one thing with creating a business too. Sometimes your business views or what you're passionate about changes, and people change things up and go to a different niche or different stuff like that. And there's nothing wrong with that. Obviously you don't want to be continuing something if it's lifeless for you, right? So but it just kind of then can circle into something you're new and passionate about, and so I think that can happen.
Sachi is here.
Yeah,
Sachi
Sachi
says we'll make Japanese. Yes, Sachi, please do. I will be excited about that.
That would be awesome. Oh.
Okay, one more question and then we should go because I know Chris hasn't had his breakfast yet and you have another live.
So with that, how to plan raw food with traveling, what I would actually recommend is looking at the bundle and checking out Tales from the Tailgate, because that's a super expansive book specifically on that, with recipes that they made for traveling and all the things they learned traveling. It's an amazing book, like there's over 100 recipes, and the book's like 150 pages or something, and it goes into list.
No, I think 215. 9 or something like that. So this is the I know it's the other way around, but this is the cover of the ebook by Lisa and Nate Maris, and I've read a lot about it, and I made at least like 5 or 6. I've tried out some of the recipes already. In fact, today I tried out another recipe as well. And yeah, it's very, very, very good.
As is everything Lissa puts out, it will go into that like in more detail than most would even imagine, and you'll be streamlined for that for sure. So
yeah.
But it is that time, because between posting this and writing the thing that I haven't written yet, I'm going to be hard pressed to eat. But I'm going to eat something. And I just want to thank you again, Chef Yin, for everything that you put into the raw food scene and into the bundle. And for you, you're freaking amazing. And I'm excited to check this out. And I really enjoyed this talk. I hope a lot of people enjoyed it too, and gleaned some insights, hopefully helping you to create a business within the raw vegan niche, or whatever your niche is, you know, if you choose to do so. So thank you so much, Yin.
Thank you. Thank you,
so
Chris.
much,
Thank you, everyone.
Wishing you much. Peace, love, and seasonal fruit.
Yay. Bye.
Be sure to check out the Ultimate Raw Vegan Bundle while it's still available.